So welcome everybody to the webinar, the latest features available in Blackboard Collaborate. In this webinar, we hope that as participants following the webinar that you'll be able to do the following. You'll be able to describe the basic features of Blackboard Collaborate, the interface that you're currently in, discuss the benefits of the different Collaborate user roles that are available. Right now, I am the moderator and you all are participants. There's some other roles that we're going to discuss that are available in the system. I'm going to talk about some recent system updates that have been pushed out by Blackboard, and we'll also take a look at some active learning strategies to engage participants. So this can be done academically, or if you decide to hold staff meetings using Blackboard Collaborate as your web conferencing tool. So with the current iteration of Blackboard Collaborate, you can support up to 250 users, and I've seen this happen. Blackboard holds weekly office meetings using Blackboard Collaborate, and yesterday I was actually in there. There's about 100 or so people that I joined the sessions, and this includes moderators. You can share the link with anyone. This does not require somebody to be a part of UMBC. You can share the guest link out with anyone if they're outside of the institution and you want them to join the session. As we're doing right now, you can record it, and you can, record your session, instructors can record them and then share them out later with students, and you can download it and share it out however you feel that it is necessary, useful to the participants. There is a way where you can dial in. You can have participants dial in for audio. So if they're located somewhere in the mountains or they're somewhere where there's poor internet service, they can participate and still listen to the audio through their cell phone. Hopefully a landline will be available if you're not getting cell service. And Blackboard Collaborate supports up to 5 simultaneous speakers. Mostly in sessions, people are using the chat as a way to communicate. I encourage you, especially if you're an instructor or you're a moderator hosting a workshop, to have people use their video so that you can see them speaking on the screen and using their microphone, so have participants get comfortable with using those features. And there's no limit on the amount of chat that goes in, and you can following the session, you can get a transcript or a TXT file of the chat. Any questions so far? Okay, some basic things that we need to talk about with Collaborate. Chrome offers the best experience possible. All the other browsers are fine. If I had to rank them in an order, I would say Chrome, Firefox, Safari. Internet Explorer is not recommended. If you are the moderator, Chrome is your best friend, because you will have to download what's called an extension to share applications like I'm doing right now. I'm sharing my presentation. So using Chrome for you as a moderator when you're conducting sessions. Collaborate Ultra, it seems so seamless and intuitive to use. The audio is clear. If you had ever experienced the old Java-based Collaborate, it was not very good. Sometimes the audio would go, it would sound like I'm Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. It would go very fast. The video was, pixelated. So things have really, really improved with this new system. And I say new, meaning it's probably going on being 2.5 to 3 years old now. So they've done a great job recoding and developing this. The Bb student application allows students to access the session from their iOS, Android, or Windows devices, so they can access a Blackboard Collaborate session if they're, walking somewhere from class to class, or if they're at home and they just want to access it via their mobile device. They can do that through the Bb student application. Blackboard Collaborate Ultra has a lot of different features. Let's go through a couple now. So right now I am sharing my file, so I'm doing the second bullet. The next one I want to show you is you can actually share your whiteboard. So as a participant, you can go right now at the top of the screen, you're going to see different tools. There's a select tool, there's a pointer tool, there's a pencil tool, shapes, text. So you can go ahead if you want to select one of those tools and you can start drawing on the whiteboard screen. So you have those privileges as participants right now if you want to test it out. So this is a whiteboard. I've seen people use this where they put scales on the whiteboard and they say, do you agree or disagree? And then people put their names, type their names, or they put in different information. If you wanted to use a whiteboard there, you can use this in your webinar presentations. I'm going to go ahead and clear that screen. The next one is sharing application. If I share my entire screen with you, I'm going to go ahead and open up an instance of Turning Point Cloud, which is our clicker software, so that you can see. So right now you're seeing my entire computer screen. You're seeing things that I'm doing. This is a great way if you have users in your session and you want to show them how to do something. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to that share screen. You can go ahead and go through the tutorial. So that's sharing of your screen. All right, let's go back. I already shared files. There is a polling feature. So if you want to keep participants engaged in your sessions, you want to make sure people aren't sleeping, because sometimes with webinars we have to discuss a lot of information. You can present a polling on the screen. So you should be able to see the poll. Do you guys see the polling? It's a yes or no question, and participants can go ahead and they can click on the various responses, and you can do up to 5 answer choices. I'm going to stop that. The other thing that Collaborate gives you access to is breakout rooms. So if you want to get really creative and you want to have people work in different groups where you as the moderator can have some oversight into these rooms, this is great for group projects for students. If you're having them not only work on Blackboard in groups, you can have them do some little things in their own groups, maybe have assigned different topics or different questions for them to take a look at and work in groups. And you have some different options when it comes to assigning groups. You can just do a randomly assign, and based on the participants, it will randomly assign where these people are put in the groups. You can do custom assignment, which means that you can assign where people go. So it's really very useful when you look at some of these tools. Oops, let me go back. Oh, I'm way ahead. You can really think about them in terms of using them in academia, but also in your own staff and departmental workflows. Any questions about that? And as you already know, you're using the chat and the chat feature, and there's video, and I'm using the audio. So those are also available inside the system. So some ways in which instructors, and even if somebody wants to, awesome. If we have a snow day on campus, but you have a really important meeting, or for instructors, if they have a class, they have a very tight class schedule for content they have to cover. So this can be used during snow days, and you can invite people to join the session at a certain time. When you're on vacation and there's just that important meeting that you just have to have, or if you know, some instructors, they have to go to conferences, or you have to go to a conference, and you can ask your boss, or if you as a supervisor, you can have the web conference, you can use Collaborate and have that available for people to join the session. That way you're still able to attend the conference and go to the sessions, but you can take a quick break and still be a part of the important things that are happening in the meeting. If you're sick, we know that sometimes, you know, colds happen, illnesses where we just need to be at home, but maybe we can still conduct a session, and we can still participate in a webinar. Or if we have family that's sick, kids get sick, taking care of older parents, grandparents, that sort of thing. So you can use the system and conduct the session still and not miss out on time and be productive. Virtual office hours is a huge one for instructors. So if you're working with instructors and they want to know, I've worked with an instructor whose husband was really sick. She uses the system to conduct virtual office hours. That way she's still getting in her time with students. Even though she can't come to campus, she can still have conversations with them and record the information and send it out to them later. Okay, so I want to walk through a little bit about how you access Collaborate Ultra. Now, this screenshot is within the system. So Blackboard Collaborate Ultra is integrated into our LMS. So if you are a student or you're an instructor in Blackboard, your course room is automatically available inside of the system, inside of your course. In this area, you can create sessions. You can access your old recordings. You can access course reports. You can simply just join the room. Now, for those of you, most of you are staff in this session. So what would happen is the room that we're in now is one that is created outside of the system through our admin. It's through our admin privileges that we get access to the system. So Marianne, myself, or Tom would have to create a room for you if you didn't want to use one within a course. But this is completely possible. We have different departments across campus who are using this outside of the LMS. So this is a room that's outside of the LMS, so I can access my reports and things from there. The only drawback is if you do a recording, you have to let us know so that we can see the recording, because us as Blackboard admins only have access to the recordings. Yes, so you can definitely have one. Yep. Within the course shell, and I'll go over this quickly, you can filter recordings and you can find different things. Students can do this. They can go back to lectures that have been recorded, or presentations or review sessions that have been recorded, and simply just rewatch them and review the content information that's been presented. Uploading the content. So today I actually did this. I dragged and dropped a file into Blackboard Collaborate or uploaded it, and then I shared it out. So if you have files or presentations that you want to share, it's PDF, PowerPoint, and images that you can share, and it tells you that information when you actually go in to share the content. And of course, I've navigated around and I've manipulated different things inside of Collaborate. So I can go from sharing this screen to sharing a different screen or doing a poll. So once you get comfortable in the system, you can use these different features. I talked a little bit about breakout rooms. As a moderator, if you want these students or participants working in groups, you can set this up and you can switch and drop into those different groups when you have the moderator privileges. So there's multiple roles available inside of Blackboard. Right now, I am acting as the moderator. You guys are the participants. Is the content private? If you're in the group, it should be private. If it's not being shared in the main room, or they're not giving that presenter privilege or moderator privilege, it should be. So it's within, if you're typing in that group, it's going to be seen by the people in that breakout room. Another role that's really good if you want participants to present information and you don't necessarily want to make them moderator and have all the session powers, you can make them a presenter and they're able to do the things like upload the content, they have presentation control, and they can access the whiteboard. The captioner, this isn't something new with Collaborate that they came up with. This is used for accessibility purposes. So Andrew and Stephanie, this is important for you. You would make somebody the captioner who has the ability to type quickly and caption the information that's being shared through the presentation. That way, if you have a student that is deaf, they can still have the information closed captioned, and then they'll be able to follow along in the presentation. And you can always make people moderators. So if you have participants in your session and you want them to have all the session powers, you can definitely make them moderator. How to do it? Okay, sure. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually, let me share my screen. And it's gonna look a little funny, so just bear with me because it's gonna have some windows. Are you able to see the screen? All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually go physically into my participant list. And let's say that I wanted to make Andrew, I'm going to make you the captioner. So I'm going to click on this little symbol right here under participant controls, and I've made you the captioner. And let's say I wanted to make Stephanie a presenter, and I can make Sarah another moderator. So now you'll see that the ways my participants are listed is changing. So the roles have changed. Yeah, see, now that you're typed, isn't that awesome? So you're definitely going to have, designate somebody who knows how to caption well and knows how to follow along. And or it would be good if you know what the session's going to be about to have that presenter, that moderator, present you with some sort of transcript that they can follow along with. So that may help in the role of the closed captioner. Good. I love it too. I think it's a great feature, especially for accessibility purposes. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. But Andrew, you're still the captioner, so you can still caption the presentation if you want to. Sometimes I talk really fast, so I don't know if you're going to be able to follow along as quickly as I talk. So let's go ahead and go back to some of the, we'll go back to the roles screen. And you can also, if really need be, you need to kick somebody out. I don't know if this ever happens with instructors, if somebody's being belligerent or they're just not following etiquette rules, you can kick them out of the session. Yay! Okay, so let's talk about, we've talked a little bit about polling. We've talked about application sharing, so I've shared my presentation with you. So that this file sharing, you can also annotate on the screen as the moderator. I have the ability to annotate on the screen, and the presenter has this functionality as well. And it's saved. It doesn't mess up your presentation. It's saved at the time that you did it. It just becomes a part of the recording. So this is the PowerPoint file sharing that I'm currently doing. It's a screenshot of that. So now we're going to go into some updates with Collaborate. Does anybody have any questions so far? We've talked about a lot. Okay, so there's some feature updates. Yes, this is fantastic. So one of the latest updates is you can actually go into, if you go into your session settings, yeah, 30 words per minute is not going to cut it. There's a little widget icon on the bottom right-hand side of Collaborate. And if you click on that, you'll see your, it's basically your profile within the system. And if you want to know, they've added in some feedback updates. If you want to know if the presenter's going too fast, or they need to go faster, they need to go slower, you're going to see this icon appear next to your profile. Right. So you're going to see, if you look now, you're going to see that me clicked on slowly, or if I'm happy, you can see that. So that's appearing in not only on the screen, it's also appearing in the chat window. Eventually this does go away. It only stays up for a certain amount of time. You can ask participants if they agree or disagree. So this is a great feature to use for feedback from your participants. Another update is you can detach the participant panel, and if you don't want it available right in the area that it's available in, let me go into, oops. So I can move this window if I wanted to. Go to session settings. So you can go up to the, I'm looking for it right now. I lost it. But anyways, you can detach the panel if you need to move it around on the screen if it's causing too much. You can also mute all the participants. If people come into the session and their microphone is on and they don't realize it's on and they're moving and shuffling around, you can go ahead and mute them. That's another feature that's available, because right now I have it where you set up to where you can actually use your microphone. The private chat with other moderators. So if you needed to discuss something with the other moderators, there is a window that you can go into and you can simply just chat with the moderators. So right now I'm going in, I'm chatting with just the moderators that are available in the session, but then I can come back out and I can chat with everybody. So I just chatted with Sarah, and only her and I can see the information in that room. Okay, so one thing, we are a part of the Blackboard Collaborate Technical Preview Group as UMBC. They meet bi-weekly, and this is meeting with the developers. As you can see, the development of this system is very robust. They give us previews and information about things that are coming down the line, and they also allow users to share feedback. And it really does help them prioritize what to release next or what to incorporate next. So if you have ideas, let us know so we can share that information. So I talked about the sessions outside of Bb Learn. So if you're not going to be using this in a class with students, if you're going to simply be using this in your department, what you would do is you would put in an RT ticket. You would include the name of the office, what you wanted the title to be, any moderators' names and email, so that I can put them into the room and send them an email, because as a moderator, you get your own individual dynamic link to join when you join the session. It's not the same as everybody else. Participants have a different link that they join in so that the roles flow as they should, or the access level. So if you want to request the room, that's what you would do, is you would open that RT ticket and we can take care of that for you. Right up at 12:31, are there any questions? Great. So awesome. I'm glad everybody likes it. I really like it as well. It's very seamless and easy for me to use, especially in the summer when faculty aren't on campus. We can still have webinars with them. I will send out a copy of this presentation, which includes hyperlink to the Blackboard Collaborate FAQ page that we have. Blackboard's help site is very useful, and Blackboard Collaborate's release notes, so it gives you updates about things and features that are being released and what's been incorporated into the system. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.